Welcome back. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I want to make some authentic Persian kebabs on my Yoder flat top using my El Charro Rotisserie. Stay tuned. You can see, look at this bark. It's crazy. Oh man, this is perfect. It helps to start with a nice sharp knife, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. All right, let's get started on our Persian kebabs. I am using 2 pounds of beef. This is 85/15. And I'm also using 2 pounds of lamb. This is also 85/15, okay? So I'm just gonna take the meat out of the packages, put it inside this bowl here. Here's our lamb. All right, so on the ground beef, you wanna use about an 85/15 or even a 90% lean, okay? And the reason for that is you don't want the meat to fall off the kebabs. So I am using an 85/15. Now I have been watching a lot of videos on making these authentic kebabs. Okay, bunch of videos. I've been reading a lot on these kebabs. I've talked to some Persian friends of mine, and they all give me ideas on how to make these kebabs. And where this started was, I'm on Instagram and I was looking at some of the videos that come up and I was like, man, I have got to make some of these Persian kebabs. They just look so good the way they cook them. So I've got my meat in the pan. Now this is a spice that I had to order in. This is sumac, okay? I am using 1 tablespoon of this, just like that. And I'm also gonna be adding some of this to our onion mixture later on in the cook. 1 tablespoon of salt. I am using kosher salt. 1 tablespoon of black pepper, just like that. And 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic. Okay, just like that. I'm also gonna add 1 tablespoon of turmeric. Now you don't have to add turmeric, but a buddy of mine said to add a little bit of it, so I'm using 1 tablespoon, just like that. And this turmeric goes a long way, okay? So now we're just gonna get in here with our hands and mix it up. All right, so I've got the meat mixed up. Now it's not 100% mixed because we do need to add some onions to this. Now this is a very important process, okay? I'm using 2 medium white onions and I am gonna grate these, okay? I'm gonna finish grating these and I'll bring you back. Stay tuned. All right, the onions are ready. Now I did pass them through this colander to remove all of this water. Look at this. There's at least 1.5 cups of water in there. And you don't want that onion water in the meat mixture because it's gonna make the kebabs too soft and possibly come off of the skewer. So let me just move this aside. All right, so we're just gonna mix these onions into the meat, just like this. Get it all mixed up. Get everything incorporated. All right, so the meat is mixed together. Now, I do want to say that traditionally you want to use a skewer like this. Okay, these long, flat-bladed skewers. These are probably about 1 inch. Now, my El Charro unit comes with these skewers here that are a little bit smaller than what they would use on a traditional kebab, but I think we can make it work. So you want to stick your hand in water, okay? And then you want to grab a good amount of this meat here, okay? Roll it in your hand, just like that. And somewhere in the middle of the skewer, go ahead and pinch the meat and pinch it all the way up top and all the way to the bottom to stretch it out on the skewer. You don't want it too thick either, okay? You want it a little thin. All right, so this is a little bit tricky. Now, if you do start to see the skewer through the meat, just kind of fill in that little void, if you will. All right, so once you got the meat on the skewer, what they do on the traditional kebabs is they'll start to pass their thumb and make these indentations on the skewer. Now, this is my first time doing it, so I'm not sure how this is gonna come out, but we're gonna give it a shot. Just like that. Okay, spin it around and do the same thing. All right, so something similar to that. Again, I'm not a pro. but this looks pretty good. I'm gonna get the other ones done. We'll see you guys outside. Stay tuned. All right, so we're outside of my Yoder flat top. Now I did add 1 basket of charcoal, just regular Kingsford blue charcoal. Then I threw some of the Fogo super premium charcoal on the top. That's that real big lump charcoal. So it is ready. So I gotta tell you, the kebabs, as far as getting them on a skewer, is a little bit of work, but after about the 3rd or 4th one, I got it. Okay, it was kind of easy. You just gotta keep wetting your hands with that water, and that makes it a lot easier. Okay, you can see the shape on there. I've got it spinning a little bit slow. Obviously, I don't want to spin it too fast and have the kebab or the meat come off of the skewer. So we're gonna get these on here. Just like that. One more. And it's amazing how the meat sticks to the skewer. You would think that it would fall off, but it ain't falling off. Okay, so we're gonna let this cook. Let's go inside and chop up some onions. Stay tuned. All right, so the kebabs are almost ready, so we're just gonna cut up some red onion. We're gonna cut up a bunch of this red onion, okay? And I also have some parsley. Okay, cut this onion up a little bit. Just kind of a rough cut. That is perfect. Okay, let's cut up some parsley. About that much. We're going to mix these together. To that, we're going to add a little bit more of the sumac. Okay, just like that. Mix it all up. Oh man, this smells good. All right, let's go grab our kebabs. Stay tuned. All right, so the kebabs are ready. Now I've got this Persian bread that I got at a Persian bakery here in El Paso, and I warmed it up and it smells delicious. Now, I did have one small failure. One of the kebabs that I put too much meat on actually came off of the skewer, and I'll show you guys that. Here we are right here. See that one? It fell off of the skewer, and the problem was that I put too much meat on it. So next time, obviously I'm gonna add a lot less meat. So let's do this. So we got one kebab. The way they do it is they put their bread on top of the kebab like this, and then you just pull it out like this, okay? Look at that. And I know that they also soak up the juices with the bread. Oh man, we're looking good. So they use the bread to grab the kebab and take it out. One more. Just like that. Man, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh yes. So to this, you just want to add some of your red onions and parsley with some of the sumac. Just toss some of this on there like that on the Persian bread. Then we've got our fire roasted tomatoes. We're gonna add that on this side. Man, look at that. And then our fire roasted serrano peppers as well. Just gonna put those right there. All right, let's dig in. Stay tuned. All right, let's give these Persian kebabs a try and see how we did. So we're just gonna tear a piece off of this Persian bread. Okay. So this is usually a buffet style, so they usually have a bunch of people around a table and they just help themselves. So just gonna grab some of the kebab in here. Gonna add some of the red onions and parsley. Oh man. Some of this fire roasted tomato. Add some of that on there. Look at that. And a chili. Let's see how we did. Actually, I'm gonna add some lime to it as well. Just a small splash. There we go. There we go. Cheers. Mm-hmm. That is really good. The only thing it could use is a little more salt. So just gonna put some salt on the top of the kebabs like that. Let's try it with a little bit more salt. That's it. This is really tasty. You know, my first time making it, one of the kebabs did fall, but that's because I loaded too much meat on that skewer. But I gotta tell you, this is really good. If you guys are into lamb, make yourself some of these Persian kebabs. You know, look up in your area, see if you can get some of this Persian bread. This is really tasty. You know, I really wanted to try some of the other cultures and how they do barbecue, or maybe their version of barbecue. And this is one that I've been wanting to do a long time. It took a lot of prep work to get the spices and stuff ordered and to find the Persian bread, but I did it, and this is fantastic. I highly recommend that you guys give it a shot. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe, Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.